Good night, everybody. We're here for I want to say like the prime time like match of of this Swiss round. In between these two titans of the SMB3 Randomizer community, Stewie Cartman, the undefeated gentleman, against TEEX the Flash 88. Here am I, Icarus, joined by Demon Battler in the commentary booth. How is it going, Demon Battler?
Going all right. Excited to see two of the titans of our group ready to face off.
Yes, indeed. Like this is gonna be an amazing match. I am calling it like from the beginning because these are also very nice friends in between them. So they've been like part of this community like together. They have grown together as well, and like they're amazing dudes. But today, or better said tonight, I'm not gonna be like praising each one of them. Like they have done, I mean, they are very knowledgeable of their own like type of seeds that they roll, of the jank that they normally do. So let's just turn on the grill and start roasting them like from my end. So but before we start doing that, which world do you believe that it's gonna be the first one for this seed?
I think I'm gonna go a little bit vanilla and say World 1.
That's too boring. Like we need World 7 start with something like, I don't know, like Atlantis start, like a Force Atlantis or 7-5. Like I want them to suffer because this match shouldn't be easy for them. So we have tons of guesses in chat about like World 4, 3, 6, 6 gang, like Rising, World 5, and I'm assuming that the flag it's already been dropped, so these runners are gonna be starting soon. Yep, we just need the stream to catch up. So, well, let's see how it goes. For this first seed, would you give us some information about this first seed, Demon?
Sure thing. So this flag set is basically one of our more standard flag sets. Enemies have been shifted around, levels in general have been moved around. Locks can or cannot break locks. That is something that is being chosen with each individual seed at random. And on top of that, we also have things like the Koopa Kids have randomized hit point values. Some of them can be earthquaking, some of them are not. And the end card Spade game has been removed. So they cannot use the matching game in order to build up their items.
Alrighty, so we just got to watch right now that we started with World 3 with 6-4, which it didn't have an awkward enemy set, so nah, they just went through it like fairly quickly.
Yep, pretty simple standard set right here.
What I get to cut up in my eyes, like the bunch of trolley pipes like in this overworld map, because I got to see all 4 pipes like connecting to each other like in some capacity. Ooh, TEEX taking damage for that fire jump. Stewie also taking damage. And TEEX going for the item, and so is Stewie. They're just copying each other, as always.
They're just gonna have to be careful with this enemy set, because taking that extra time can be a danger with all these enemies flying around.
We got a leaf over here, and TEEX is gonna use it right away. I was hoping that this was 7-6, because of course we want to see, how can I say, trying him trying to clip with the tail. Also, pardon us with this audio desyncing here. Maybe that's a restream issue. And both of them also getting the item over here. Like, what's going on? Like, guys, like, give us more surprises.
I mean, it's a good idea early, especially this early on in the race. Might as well pick up your couple extra items for your inventory, because you never know when it's going to be something important. And it looks like it's a P-Wing, so that can actually be pretty useful later on.
Alrighty, so right now we have both of our runners like kind of checking all these pipes, and oh, so we got to see where Wendy is, but Tix decides to play the bro. So the Stewie, I want to imagine that they are assuming or wishing for a hammer, but that bro is gonna run away from him. So okay.
I think what happened was I think TEEX didn't realize that there were 6 pipes. He might have just seen the first 4 and figured that they were all together. And then once he saw that last pipe, that's when he ended up checking one of them.
Yeah, that would be pretty much like the case in that part, but right now we got to see that Stewie is playing an extra level, considering that, you know, like he might want to go to that fort, but because he already knows the Wendy location and the Wendy Castle location, while TEEX is kinda, yeah, like he decided to skip altogether that pipe, and now he's gonna get like the lead over Stewie, because we got to see from TEEX that he played the right fort because the lock is still there, while Stewie, I think he's entering to the wrong fort here. Oh, and we get up their first hammer.
And yeah, it looks like Stewie is in the elevator fort, and yeah, unfortunately this is gonna be a bit of a time loss on Stewie's end. But TEEX also doesn't know which pipe exactly leads to Wendy just yet. But it looks like he's found the one now, so there is a lead, but not a massive lead.
Okay, now let's see. World 3 airship. He did not get the wall jump. Nah, who is this guy? Like, nah. Get rid of him. I don't want to see him anymore. Like, he did not go for. He did not get the wall jump, and I know that my TEEX does his wall jumps. Like, he needs to practice more of that. Like, definitely.
And Stewie's going into the donut fort, so once he completes this one, he'll be able to unlock the Wendy's castle. And TEEX is out of the level, out of the first world, so he's got a bit of a lead going.
Yes, he has, sadly. I want to see like this race getting more even and not like just pulling out like this some sort of like lead on the other. Like, come on, guys, give me something to watch, like, please.
So everyone, let's take a guess on what the next world's gonna be.
I'm gonna say 5. Dang it.
And it's World 1, so looks like Morguy84 actually got it right. And 2 forts, 2 locks.
Another 50-50 gamble that he's gonna take, considering that he might want to preserve that hammer, but again, we don't know if hammers actually break locks, so it could be a potential time save for Stewie to catch up, or it could be, you know, like it's like despairing moment, considering that TEEX is gonna be pulling out ahead, and Stewie using a P-wing like that early. I mean, I would imagine that he tried to get like the World 6 airship, but dude, like, I want you to improve your predictions, please.
And it looks like Stewie's gonna go for a fire, and gets the fire kill. Very nice. And TEEX is currently dealing with 5-3 on the other side, and oof. Bad hit, loses his fire suit.
I think he's unbothered about the fact of, you know, that he lost it because he kept his P-speed, and the thing here is like, why you want to keep going with the P-speed? Like, stop! Let Stewie catch up, but no. The man is only like just thinking about the speed and going fast, like, nah.
I think TEEX might have a bit of a crabs in the bucket scenario. Doesn't want Stewie to keep the perfect record through Swiss. Everyone gets a loss, including you.
Alright, so we got to see that the first fort that we got to play was 6 of 3, and that was the fort that it was required in order to break the lock. So none of them are going for the gamble of actually using the hammer or not, so nah.
So Skater Die points out there's about a 1.5-minute gap between the two of them right now. But knowing how Randomizer tends to be, there's a fairly good chance that they're gonna get that gap evened up. And TEEX gets a cloud from the Fire Bros. That's pretty good. That'll be helpful for later.
It definitely will. Unless he decides to cloud something like a level that it's not like that bad, and then the next thing we encounter is Atlantis. Like, we'll see. TEEX has had like some very like doubtful type of decisions when it comes to clouding his levels. And come on, Larry, give him some trouble, you know, so he can slow down. We did not even get to see if it was a Quaker or not. Like, what is this seed?
Alright, Stewie manages to get a fairly easy 5-3 going. Also keeps his fire suit, so that's going to help a little bit in the long run as well.
Alright, Stewie defeating the Firebird to get the cloud, and we go to World 5. This fort right here is gonna definitely, how can I say this, build a bridge over here. And we got to see Fort Knox, where TEEX already has a leaf, so it's gonna give him a little bit of a more of an advantage over Stewie if he does not like equip something like a leaf. So kind of sad that happened. Alright, so Stewie enter into World 4 Airship, having the nice strat over here. And we're in the Niagara Falls right here.
Yep, so this is one of the 8 beta stages that Fred Coughlin was able to adjust in the from the code and complete so that we have access to seeing it. So there are 7 others, including the aforementioned fan-named Atlantis level, which is one of the 3 actually auto-scrollers left standing in this game. The other one being 5-9, and the third being the cloud, the 3-7 up in the clouds area that we saw earlier.
What is this? TEEX going for the coin ship, knowing that it's not in its way? I mean, I know that he likes to play fast, but this definitely is gonna slow him down considering that it's an extra level that if Stewie manages to escape, but of course it's gonna get a hammer. If I was playing this, that would have been the music box, like of course.
Yep, and Stewie sees Fort Knox and immediately jumps into the ragu, so not a bad idea considering he knows he has a tail available.
Oh yeah, and he does that because we just timed that pretty much doing this intentional death. It's actually faster than going for the Tanuki suit, but who doesn't like the Tanuki suit? Only these guys do not like the Tanuki suit, like, which is outrageous.
That's right. Stewie Cartman is actively keeping us from having our commands in chat.
Both of them denied of our command in chat, so shame on them.
Ooh, and TEEX playing, looks like TEEX is playing peekaboo with a fire snake. Gotta be careful there.
Oh, that Chungus is giving him the trouble. And it's a star, oh my goodness. Now, Stewie might actually get the hammer over here, and he is gonna be skipping like the music box, which is gonna be a fair advantage on TEEX, or a time save on TEEX, considering that he played both of those pros.
Yep, that's about an average of about 15 seconds or so.
Yeah. But what are you doing, Stewie? You had the freeway! Like, of course, what you want to have. Oh my goodness. What are these guys playing? Oh my god.
TEEX managing to get through the 3-9 beta, which is pretty good. And is now going into 5-1.
Wait, that's supposed to be the 3-9 beta? I thought that it was the 5-3 one, considering that it goes to the first to the
Oh, you're right. I had them mixed up.
It happens because both are fairly long levels, and they have, you know, like those left to right type of going.
And they both have awful enemy sets at that.
Ooh, and Stewie tried to... also try to dodge like that fire thing. He does that well, but I won't imagine that he got scared because of those jumps over there.
And Stewie got the swag pipe as well, so that's pretty nice to see. And that's pretty nice to see on that front. And TEEX just manages to take care of Roy. So, about a... give or take about a half a world lead.
Yeah, I want to say that it's kind of still like in like a 1 minute time in between them, but because the Stewie he never wins the 50-50, which it's something that I was kind of looking forward to see because yeah, Stewie needs to learn how to gamble properly.
I'm a little bit surprised that Stewie isn't just using his cloud to get to the end of the world now. But I guess at the same time, knowing that Atlantis and 5-9 are still in the picture, I guess that's probably a good reason to hold on to them.
Oh yeah, these guys, when it comes to clouds, they play pretty much the same. They kind of save their clouds until it's like World 6 or 7, and then they start using them because, okay, I did not get to see Atlantis at all, so I'm just gonna start like using my clouds. Although, I'm just hoping that when we get to the Bowser Castle alley, pretty much we get to see that there's a level in between, you know, like the pipe and the castle, and that's end up being Atlantis. You know, that's gonna be amazing.
Stewie getting another fire kill, which is pretty nice. While TEEX, it looks like, is in 610.
610 with a giant enemy set? But this seed is pretty much being like too easy. I'm just getting bored in here. Like, where is the action? Where is the nail biting like situation? Like, yeah. And you know why this is getting boring? Because TEEX rolled this, of course. This is why it was getting boring.
I will say I have to agree with Dust Minion. If I had to go between 7-5 and 5-9, I would absolutely deal with 5-9, just because Alcatraz is probably one of the worst levels to deal with in Randomizer, just because of the fact of how much you're going in and out of small areas, and the number of times you have to deal with boss pass, ugh.
I think that the worst enemies that I encountered in an Alcatraz or 7-5 would be like the Fire Neighbors and Petuis, alongside with a tiny Cheep, like, you want some action?
God, I remember that.
That's a very nice action, definitely.
Actually, wasn't that during our race? Or, oh wait, no, that was... No, I had one of those against Tozzle, never mind.
Alrighty, we got to see a hand stage. Please give them music boxes. Please give them music boxes.
Let's see what we get here.
Music boxes, music boxes, music boxes. And it is... Come on. Vanilla. Fred, fix this randomizer, please.
It'd be nice if it were a hammer suit, but unfortunately, the King Slayer has yet to make an appearance.
Again, these guys are going too fast.
And it looks like Frog is on the menu tonight for TEEX.
That's not a frog. That's a mushroom in disguise, according to TEEX. Which is such a shame, because whenever he encounters three of two, he's not gonna be swimming like that fast, so that's such a shame.
Ooh, TEEX gets a really nice fire kill off of Iggy as well. And Stewie unfortunately takes a hit and loses his fire suit against a fire snake. So I guess fighting fire with fire does not always work.
Ooh, poor Stewie has to play all the three bros over here. But if I'm not mistaken, I think that TEEX just played two, considering that the other bro was far away. And he got a mushroom. Nah. What are these rewards? Like, again, who let TEEX roll this? Like, please? Oh, he's gonna be skipping them like nice. That's how you play the randomizer. You want to go fast.
That's actually a pretty solid idea right there. I don't believe the other two had any item too important, so Stewie's not really gonna lose too much by skipping them.
Yeah, I think that we encountered only like a star and a music box. And TEEX, come on. Like, watch where you're going. Like, come on. You were just showing
Stewie.
how you do like your fire like stuff and everything, and now you lose it. Like, come on. And it's Stewie also like with the. Oh my God, it's Stewie.
That was rough.
Don't follow up TEEX examples, please. Alright, another 4 on TEEX's side, and that's the gatekeeper.
So 4 hits on Stewie's side for Iggy. I think that's actually the first time we actually get to see how many hits one of them had, aside from Larry being a single hit.
Yeah, and none of them have been Quaker so far, so what is this hit? Probably Lem is one of those, and since we cannot actually see like the earthquakes, that's kind of lame.
I'm getting a bit scared considering the fact that I put 2,000 points on on Wendy. I think it was Wendy, Iggy, or Morton, or Ludwig, one or the other, to be the first Quaker, and so far we have not seen any of them, so I'm a little bit nervous there.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Stewie is currently running through the Air Force, so get your salutes out for Stewie, everyone.
Haha, TEEX lost the fire flower because he wasn't paying attention on which tile he was. Oh, what a lucky pipe it is! That's a very short wall 6! What is this seed? Oh my god. Haha, he did not equip a P-Wing, so he cannot do his flying strat.
I'm starting to think TEEX accidentally gave them a gave themselves a baby seed for this.
Yeah, like
Maybe we should get Sinister Sama on the phone to pull up the next one.
Oh no, and hammers do not break logs apparently from Stewie's side, so he has to play the...
He's gonna have to play through the other fort.
Yeah.
So Gatekeeper actually did its job again.
Come on, Stewie. Just lose the tail, just lose the fire flower, then equip the tail, and you're saving time on TEEX. Please, do it. And if you don't do it, man, what are you doing? Please. Alright, next word could be 2 or 7? I'm hoping that it's 7 with a lot of pipes. Come on, what is this here? Lots of inventory for TEEX.
And, ooh. And TEEX gets the boot. But he's still in it for now.
Oh, with this enemy says he shouldn't be like that, like scared, or he shouldn't have like any problems.
Alright, Stewie is through with the Gatekeeper, so he should be onto the airship fairly shortly.
He's gonna cloud. He's gonna cloud. Oh, okay. Ah! 1-5 and 1-5 beta, like back to back. This is very interesting. But still, they are very like easy levels. Like, what's going on? No, Stewie, I told you! You should have equipped your tail! But now he wanted the fire flower. For what? For nothing. And he didn't even get the clip, so what's your intention of carrying that fire flower with you?
I'm really hoping at this point that we end up seeing like most of the big problems at least required, if not outright all in World 8. And Stewie gets another fire kill off, which is really impressive. These two runners are really highly skilled in vanilla runs, so it honestly stands to reason that they'd be pretty efficient at getting fire kills.
Or they're just simply show-offs. Like saying, like, look at me, I am very nice, like, playing this game. Like, I can just fire kill anything without thinking the pattern that is incoming or anything. They are just showing off. Don't praise them like that.
Dust Minion makes a good point. TEEX doesn't know yet that hammers can't break locks, so he's being a little conservative with his hammers right now, and that can come back to bite him later. Ooh, and he clouds the level to go straight into the airship for World 2. He's gonna have to be very careful now.
Well, to be honest, I can see why he did that, but at the same time, he also needed to play that forward, considering that, you know, like the pipe, it was blocking, you know, like the pathway to the castle. So it was like,
True.
I should save, you know, like my hammer because the pipe is already there, so I'm guaranteed to skip something. So.
Fair point.
Now
And it
what
looks like Morton is not earthquaking either. So that means what that implies is unless I believe it was Wendy was the one that was one of the ones they both managed to kill with the fire suit. Unless it's one of them, then there's a good chance that Lemmy might have actually been one of the designated Quakers.
My points, oh my god. I'm gonna lose my points just because we did not get to see another Quaker. Oh my god.
And there's about a 2-minute gap right now between the lead with the lead, so TEEX is pulling away a little bit more, but now we're into the pipe maze, and this is actually an area that can easily catch up time. And never mind, and right there, TEEX decides to nope out of the one fort, because of the nature of the fort, and the fact that you can actually get an item and not break the lock, that means that by design, the lock that fort carries cannot be required to break.
Yeah, pretty much. Could be
And
that lock, could be the other one.
And unfortunately, TEEX learns the bad news that the hammers will not actually break the locks.
And of course, it's 7F2. While Stewie equipped the P-Wing like in the wrong airship, so now he has to play it like slower than usual because the tail definitely slows you down if you don't like have like somewhere, you know, to be like running. So the piece that you're generating, it's kind of pointless in that regard. But let's see if he gets the off-screen one grab. Like he at least has to do it. Like come on, Stewie. You can do it. You know how to do it.
Oh,
you did not
quite.
get it! Oh my god, why you equip the P-Wing then if you're not gonna get your stuff? And oh my goodness! 7F2 is not the answer!
Oh, so it looks like that first fort might actually be the one for that lock. So TEEX is gonna have to decide whether to go back and finish it normally, or to just search around and try to find the right pipe behind the lock. DLP actually had a good point, and it's one of those things where like normally you wouldn't think about that, but it actually worked out in that case that it was in fact halfway required.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and TEEX only gets a star for the piranha, so not a lot of time well spent for that.
I won't imagine that the pipe that it's right next to it, it's the one that leads to that pipe over there. So let's see. Right now, we have a divergence in between TEEX and Stewie because Stewie is playing 6-7, the one that is spreading the way of the pipe, and the other one, it's the beta level for 7-3, and yeah, like let's see which one is the pipe. Like that's gonna be interesting. This could be huge for Stewie. Okay, let's see. And that's the pipe! Oh my god, Stewie got right! No way! So, TEEX just extended his lead right now. Stewie, come on, you can do it, man. You got this. And he gets another cloud, not for one, he's not gonna be using it. Oh my god, I can imagine if Stewie's gonna be pulling out like the Mitch emote when he realizes that he had to play 1F. Oh no, it's a Quaker! No! 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 My points! No way! Ah! This is certainly something that we did not want to see. And TEEX right now is about to start like World 8, so has he rolled one of those magnificent seeds of getting 4 breaches, or we should call just like a Sama to get into it? Because I can imagine that TEEX is just like a 2 breach or 0 breach roller. So let's see how it goes. Okay, 4 breaches is that, of course.
All right. Had to step away for a second, but I'm back, and looks like I doubled my fortune. Thank you, Ludwig.
You stole my points in that way. You stole them.
And I'm just getting my points back from the last, like, 3 races that I bet on.
Oh my goodness. This was the first one I was betting and I just lost. Like, come on.
Welcome to the gambler's life. It does not get much better from here.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm completely aware of that. I have story. I have record. And it's only 1 bridge.
Ooh, and there's a fort right next to it, being the Sky Lava Fort, so let's see if this actually turns out to be the big one.
I hope it's not. I hope he gets confused. I'm really hoping that he gets confused in this dark world. Because aside, from TEEX like playing pretty much like extending its lead more and more and more, the only one thing that Stewie did wrong was playing 1 fort at the beginning, and that pretty much cost everything. Ha! It's not the fort, let's go. Alright, so he's starting to find that. Oh my god, all the. Okay, there are 3 more forts over there. And 1 is guarded by the fake 10 and a level, so we can have like a Force Atlantis, maybe. Let's see.
Oh, that would be disturbing.
Oh, is Stewie using a cloud on top of the fort, so he's gonna save some extra time right there.
Yep, he may not realize it, but that actually saves him a decent amount of time. Now let's just hope he doesn't go back and play through that fort again.
Okay, let's see from TEEX's side. Oh, he destroyed the lock over there. No! No!
And they found it, and TEEX does have a fire suit, a fire flower, so unless he gets hit by a secret laser, this might be the end of the game.
Oh no, Stewie. He kind of saved time just by clouding like that fort, but at the same time, it's like, it's too late now, and unless TEEX gets stuck like trying to get like the clip like a billion times, like that, for an example, oh my god. He got it.
I'm actually a bit surprised that after the first fort didn't hit the bridge, that Stewie didn't actually go back and play that other fort that he clouded.
Maybe he was thinking, okay, that fort probably breaks that lock. He went through that logic, probably. Now,
and
let's
TEEX
see.
gets the clip, so...
Impossible pattern, please. Impossible pattern, please. Impossible pattern, please. No, he did not get the bad pattern from Bowser. What is this?
Well, and that's the end of that, so get your GGs out for TEEX.
No, Stewie, he lost the undefeated 6-0, now he's 6-1. Like, no.
And TEEX finishes with an official time of 31 minutes and 10 seconds. So yeah, it is interesting though. Stewie actually, Stewie gets one of the swag clips too, so that's pretty nice. And yeah, DLP's got a point. This officially takes out the last perfect record in SWIT in the group stages. So.
Oh no, Stewie. Is he going to get hit by a laser? Don't get hit by a laser or a fireball. Don't get hit by a fireball. Oh my goodness!
God, that was close.
Oh my god!
Okay, the hat gets a little bit singed, but Stewie manages to get out of there and should be okay with the fire kill.
Yeah,
and he gets it.
He did not get any possible pattern, which it's such a shame because that could have been like something interesting to see from this seed.
Get your GGs out for Stewie. And yeah, Stewie actually played through World 8 a lot faster, so he actually caught up a lot of time on that. And Stewie finishes with an official time of 32 minutes and 22 seconds, so about a minute and 12 seconds difference between the two.
Pretty much what it took 6F1 and maybe like a couple of Hammer Bros that he probably like fought or you know like not having. Actually, it was maybe 6F1 and 4 knocks, you know, having to take the death and everything. Pretty much that was the case, so such a shame for us too.
But that being said, these are two of the top runners in our group, so I feel like Stewie's going to shake it off and he's going to be able to handle this next seed fairly well, which there are going to be a few minor differences compared to this first seed, and we will get to that once we get started, but I think they're going to need a moment to... I believe they're going to need a moment to get ready for the next one. So I think we're going to hop out for just a moment and give everyone a moment to breathe, get a drink, relax. If you need to use the restroom, go ahead and do that, and we'll be back soon.
All right, we are about to start the second match, yeah, I want to say, in between these two titans of the SMB3 Random community. Sadly, things did not get as interested as we were expecting because Stewie, you know, took the unfortunate, like, bad gambling decision in the first world, and then TEEX just took that and pulled away until he finished, which it's kind of shame because we were expecting a show, not you just grabbing the lead and just taking it away. But right now they're about to start the second one. This one it's gonna be a little bit more interesting considering that the vanilla levels are going to be pretty much in each of the worlds. So we're not going to be watching any beta levels, but we're expecting to see 7, 5, 6, 6, and 5, 9 in here. So we have the prediction in chat, so feel free, you know, just to drop your points over there to see what's going to be the first world. Please, I hope that it's going to be World 7, otherwise I'm doomed with my points. So let's see how this is going to be. That's what's going to be like the result of this race, considering that the winner of this one is going to be the number 1 seed of the bracket. So the pressure is on for both of these guys. So let's see.
And on top of that, regarding the whole seeds are getting moved around, so not only are the beta stages not going to be around, but on top of that, this also means that there's also going to be a few stages in the later worlds, so 5, 6, and 7, where things are going to be a little more frog-friendly, or Small Mario-friendly. And the reason for that is because there was a very unfortunate bug with the original flag set for this, that if you went into Fort Knox, the room with the Tanuki suit would sometimes not have a floor, and would basically just drop you into a bottomless pit. So in order to fix that problem, we have it set to where they will basically be able to beat any stage as Small Mario. So any case where they have to jump up or fly up into a pipe to finish the level, or something of that nature, the pipes are going to get adjusted specifically to that way they can jump in from a easy position. And in areas where they have 1 tile wide gaps, there's going to be a 2 tile wide gap, so that way Frog Mario can jump through there as well.
Yeah, pretty much with all like those technicisms, like the city's gonna be kind of like not a bad deal, but still, we're like expecting to see something like a spicy happening. Like for an example, TEEX has opted to not get a like a who we got the tunnel from is Stewie. What a show off! But yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
TEEX has not gotten like a power up over here, and imagine if the next world it's World 7, so he's gonna be it's gonna be interesting if he finds 7-1 himself. So let's hope that happens.
And it looks like the first airship is going to be the World 3 airship, and TEEX gets the wall jump. Nice.
Show off! Oh my god!
Stewie gets it too!
These dudes! Oh my god, stop being so good! My job was to roast you, not to be amazed by you. Wow!
And it looks like Larry was actually the first Quaker as well, so that's good to know. And only 2 hits though, so this is actually going to be really interesting, and this is close to start. So let's see, a 236 fade out. So these guys are super close right off the bat, which is nice, and that wall jump really made a difference, like made no difference. So 246, so about a 10-second gap here.
You see, right now, I mean, I'm gonna give more credit to Stewie because he did it with the big Mario sprite. That's harder than doing it with the smallest sprite. So.
Oh yeah, like
yeah.
someone in chat needs to clip that double wall clip. That was impressive.
TEEX losing the mushroom right now. Well, Stewie, I won't imagine that he's either gonna. He bombed. He's not able to do the peace bits right now. Stewie, please.
And to answer any question beforehand, the reason there was still a 1-tile wide gap right there is because they do have the option to go down into the sub-level, and the game treats that as the small friendly entry or exit. Ooh, and Boss Bass makes his first appearance tonight in, I believe this is 4-5.
Yeah, this is 4-5, and there are 3-4s in this World 4, but sadly, they're just one level away, you know, from actually of getting the pipe to the exit. So right
TEEX
now,
is having a little bit of trouble here,
yeah,
but he's out.
Because he's so stubborn to get up to stop for a power up, but he keeps wanting to show off like his small Mario skills. So okay, fine, as you wish. Alrighty, so they're going into the pipe. TEEX is gonna play this with the star. Stewie did not have a bro like in the way, so he's gonna take the lead right now.
And unfortunately for TEEX, the item was only a star, so it wasn't really all that much of a benefit to him. And he's actually going to backtrack in order to get another item from the coin chip.
And that's gonna give us to a small advantage over here, considering that. Oh, but it's a cloud.
That can actually make a really big difference depending on what stage they run into later.
Yeah, definitely. Because in this case scenario, if we are going to find like something like 7-5, yeah, that's the level where you use the cloud because you don't want to play that.
Oh, absolutely.
Alrighty, so that kind of paid off to TEEX, but let's see if Stewie can, you know, just like keep pulling like his lead right now. I'm hoping he does, you know, because like he need that, you know, to continue like marking like his I want to say like his domination on being like the first seed of the brackets. Well, we enter to World 6 right now.
Oof, Iggy gets his hitbox shenanigans in place again, but 3 hits this time. So, yeah, Stewie has a decent little lead, but that cloud later on could make a difference depending on what they run into. And I believe Stewie is currently in 6-2, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, 6-2 without the auto-scroller because people got upset about playing with auto-scrollers because they are too slow. So right now TEEX entering to it and the next level is 6-8 with an angry sun.
Oh, Stewie tried to get... Oh, Stewie actually managed to get the sun killed. I'm actually surprised. I didn't think you could do that until after the sun activated.
Oh no, the hitbox, you know, to defeat him, it's still active, but of course. Oh my god, stop it! Oh my god, did you see like that drop down from TEEX? Like, I was hoping that he was going to fall in that gap, but he didn't. Like, what is this? Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, that kind of jump would terrify me, but these guys have a good idea of where to end up for all of these jumps and whatnot anyway, so... And Stewie gets a anchor from the Hammer Brother. So, for those who don't know, the anchor in vanilla is actually an item that you can only get from a white mushroom house. And it's kind of a simple item. It lets you, in the case of dying on an airship, it lets you keep the airship locked in place so that way it doesn't keep flowing around, moving around. But since that's not really a thing here, it's actually been turned into a wild card. So it can turn into any random item except for a hammer or a warp whistle.
Whoa, and we got to see that Stewie actually played the other bro. And TEEX is gonna play it as well. Oh, and Hammer's gonna break logs.
Oh, that's disappointing. And TEEX gets a music box, so... Unfortunately, another less than useful Hammer Brother on TEEX' side.
TEEX second guessing like, should I go or should I? And he goes in the same way as Stewie, but Stewie with another piece of information that TEEX does not have. And Stewie showing off as always with the swag pipe, of course, having a small lead over TEEX just because he is able to fire kill the Boom Boom.
I always love seeing the little swag clips like that with the pipes.
And it's correct for it, so you're pretty much out. Well, TEEX is gonna stop by and play the other fort, and sadly it's a water arena, so it's pretty much, yeah, with those chungos over here, it's very hard to go over there. And now he's gonna be like, oh, I could have hammered. Maybe I'm gonna break like something like in the future, or unless he's gonna do like the same mistake in World 2. But let's see what happens. Now Stewie...
I don't remember if they both have... I don't remember if they have two hammers right now or not. But if so, World 3 could potentially make good use of those with the double hammer strat.
So far we have encountered just one hammer, and that was the one for this world. The thing that TEEX has that Stewie doesn't, it's a cloud, so... Sadly, we did not get to see 6-6 in this seed, so... Like, such a disappointment, like, because there's no levels stopping down these runners.
And we also did not see 6-5, which would have been another good example of showing where the frog-friendly / small-friendly changes would have kicked in.
Ooh, now we enter to World 5, and 5-9 is still around, so let's see if they are going to be forced playing it. Or, well, that could be huge for TEEX, because if it's the next level after the one that Stewie's playing, Stewie has to play 5-9, while TEEX doesn't, so... Oh, please, I hope it's not 5-9 and TEEX is gonna waste his cloud. I hope it's not 5-9 and TEEX is gonna waste his cloud. It's 5-5! You'll see TEEX wasting that cloud right now. I can feel it. Oh my god, Stewie, stop giving me a heart attack like that.
Yeah, that was really scary.
That was very precise. What a show-off.
DLP's got a point. They have an anchor as well, so there is a possibility that the anchor could be a cloud as well.
Oh my goodness, now pretty much TEEX didn't use the cloud, like what is this?
And Stewie gets a P-Wing from the Hammer Brother.
Okay, what is this level? It's 5-3. Now, this is a level that definitely TEEX is gonna be skipping. Like, just because of the fact that he's like, okay, that could be 5-9, I'm gonna skip it right away.
not only that, but because there's a pipe. Well, actually, never mind. I was gonna say because there's a pipe right there. Oh yeah, never mind. Actually, wait. Take back my never mind. Because there is a pipe right there, that means that he can actually cloud it if he wanted to, jump into the pipe, jump right back out, and he would have been safe even if he died on the airship.
And he did not. What is this? Is he hoping to encounter World 7 and maybe like skip 7-5? Or he's going to get eaten by the boss boss? Let's see, let's see. He never even tried to spawn it, like, that's such a shame. Ah.
And Stewie's going for the P-Speed strat in the World 4 airship.
Yeah, we already
Nicely done.
We saw it that already, like, please, stop showing off, Stewie.
Ooh, and Roy is a high jumper, and... Ooh, Roy gets the Stewie gets the fire kill, which was a pretty nice little snipe shot.
Alright, so... TEEX is slowing down just because of that cloud, but he might actually be able to use it like in the next world, but let's see. What does the princess has to give us?
So yeah, so there's only about a one airship, just the airship between them, so still a very close race.
Ooh, World 3, but unluckily we do not have 2 hammers, so... 3-1 in its 3-1 position, what is this? Fred! Stop it! You're killing me here, dude. Give me my nightmare levels back. I need to see these runners slow down because I don't want to see a sub 30 sitting here. I want them to get confused in the pipe maze or something like that.
Well, it looked like TEEX was checking to see if he had the double hammer available.
He did not. Also, Stewie with an interesting, trying to get like the piece before this one. He kind of got it like half and half. Not a bad attempt though.
And Stewie taking the second to take care of Boss Bass just out of spite before finishing the level.
Pretty much, yeah. Wow. Oh, TEEX is not using that cloud. Please use it. I want you to play like 4-7-5. Oh, but Stewie gets the cloud, so now okay. Now things got even right now. Unless...
They're even for right now. But if TEEX ends up playing the Hammer Brothers, he will have a 1 cloud advantage still.
Yeah, pretty much. Where are you going, Stu?
I actually like this play. I actually like this play because if there's still a chance, and from the map it looks like it, that if there's still a lock by Wendy's, then clearing this fort instead of going for the level actually will pretty much guarantee that the lock will be gone.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the case because we cannot even see like the Lonely Island where, you know, sometimes the lock could be there, but they still have to go through this fort and no clips. So, what is the point of playing 6F3 if you're not going for the clips? Like, you know what I'm saying?
And Stewie's going for another Hammer Brother. And this time it does not pan out well for him. It's just a music box. So TEEX can potentially get a little bit of time save from that.
Oh yeah, and the LP has a point that TEEX is gonna be like missing the cloud from the other bro, so they are even up to this point. They are only like 1 airship away, unless Wendy decides to give some hitbox thingies.
So 3 hits, at least 3 hits on Wendy.
That was probably
and
like
earthquaking.
That was probably like a 5-hitter. And because TEEX had a better like fire kill, he kind of saved time a little bit over Stu, which No, like, please, I don't want this to happen. Like, Stewie, just take the lead and go. Like, go, take the lead and go. Unless World 7 is coming up next, so let's see. Oh, it's World 2.
So right now it's only about an 8-second gap between these two, which definitely can be caught up with one minor mistake.
Like, the one that TEEX just got right now.
I thought you were gonna say the one that Stewie just made, bonking against the block, but yeah, TEEX losing Fire Flower actually can kind of balances that out a little bit.
Yeah, because if this is something like, okay, 2F in the 2F spot, what is this? Oh, but TEEX is gonna be checking himself.
And this can make a difference. Oh, that's rough. That's a little bit rough, because since the hammers can't break the locks, TEEX will have to at least play the spike fort.
No, Stewie, what have you done? Oh, Stu! Now, speaking of the stuff that you want, like the mistake that you were talking about.
Yeah, that's a rough one. It's a good strategy if you're going from, say, like a tail to the mushroom, because you do have enough invincibility frames to get through. But unfortunately, going from Big Mario to Small Mario, you have about half the time for invincibility, and that leaves you just in there to basically get punctured. So, unfortunately, Stewie turned into a pincushion because he mistimed. He misjudged how much time he'd have.
I want to imagine that what he tried to do, it was like, you know, like that damage boosting like a strat.
Ooh, and TEEX actually made a really good play right there. He ended up... And Stewie did the same thing. Hammer Brother, music box for the Hammer Brother, and a cloud to skip over the other fort. So, they're still super close to it, and Stewie does not make it over the pipe or over the post with the P-Speed, so he's going to be a little bit slower here.
Sorry that I kind of like, my mind is still trying to process about, like, why Stu did not even enter the pipe? Like, he wasted, like, the hammer. I mean, well, he will not use it, like, anyway in other, like, wars, but okay, like, that was very interesting to watch.
That is a bit of a curious thing. We'll have to ask about that one later.
Alrighty, so we got a command. Yeah.
Yep. And here we go into the pipe maze. So this has been a really fast seed here.
Another sub-theory potential seed. What is this?
Oh, yeah, Dust has a good point. Stewie used the P-Wing, and then he dropped the cloud. So, unfortunately, that actually removed the P-Wing's automatic P-Speed detail. So that's actually why he didn't end up making it over the post.
But it's alright, because given the other level that he's gonna encounter right now, 7-9, you definitely just want to use that tail, but sadly, Stewie had the right decision, like, at the beginning, and he was kind of, like, recovering himself from that, but he was like, you know what, no.
Ooh, TEEX with a clip, which is pretty nice.
Show off. Now, let's see if Stewie actually managed to, you know, just catch up, like, having also, like, the mid-clip, and if not, dude, what are you doing? Like, why you entered to 7-9 and not try to clip at all? He missed the clip. Oh my god. Alrighty, so there are still more pipes to check. We haven't seen the room with the view. Where is the room with the view? Ah, there's not the room with the view.
Okay, so TEEX found the final pipe, the final island. However, there is still a lock in play, so he does need to find a fort to knock out.
He did not get the early piece. While Stewie might try to go to the fort first instead of playing that level, considering that, yeah.
And
Yeah,
Stewie finds the island as well, and he's actually backtracking first to go to the forts.
Yeah. Oh, it's 7-6! Oh, he did not get it first try. Come on, dude. No second try. Come on, dude. Ah. I think that TEEX is hoping that the hammers break locks. He doesn't know that. Oh my god, 7-1 and 7-6! They are stuck! They're gonna feel so behind after these levels. Although... do they have an actual, like, P-Wing or something like that? Okay,
well,
Stewie got past.
Well, the P-Wing would actually only matter to Stewie, because 7-1 you actually can't P-Wing over.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking about Stewie having a P-Wing, but TEEX is gonna be like, oh no.
I believe that was like 15th try for Stewie, so that's definitely a bit of a decent amount of time loss, but with TEEX still having trouble getting through this one as well, that means oh, TEEX finally gets through. I was gonna say, there's still a chance too that TEEX might have to go through 7-6 as well, so...
He will go for 7-6.
And if Stewie, honestly, if he has a P-Wing and he sees that, I can imagine TEEX being a little bit shaken up by how long it took to get through 7-1, and he might just go for the P-Wing strat at that point.
Although, there's one thing to consider. So Stewie's playing 1/4, and we don't know if that's the fourth, and the other fourth is actually... I mean, the other fourth is guarded by 2 levels. Oh, that's gonna be a fourth. So Stewie's gonna gain back the lead momentarily, because TEEX just forgot.
And TEEX unfortunately learns the sad truth that the hammers will not break the locks yet again. So, yeah, unfortunately he's gonna have to go through the gambit of 7-6 in order to get to the fort. And deal with the Piranha Fort in the process.
But he encounters 7-5, and he's like, you know what? I'm not gonna play this fort.
Yep, he's opting to take the 100-coin fine, and
no.
Well, not necessarily give up, but he's definitely gonna hedge his bets here. Unfortunately, it's not gonna pan out as well, but he got the clip with a tail. That's impressive.
Yeah, he's going for 100, like a theory strat, but here's the thing. He's gonna play that fort, and that's not the answer. So Stewie, clearly, it's 2 levels away to enter World 8. Well, TEEX has to play 7-5, has to play the other one, second try 7-1, of course.
Yeah, this is basically Stewie's race to lose now, because he's got a commanding lead from this. Because TEEX still has to go through 1 more level and the other fort before figuring out that it's not the path he needs.
Yep.
And 7-8. Oh. Piranha Pipe Alleyway. That is not a level you want to see.
Alrighty, so... oh my god, it's Stewie, come on, you can do fire kills. Don't do this to me.
Oh, and unfortunately, the Hammer Brothers suit room for TEEX turns into the 3 live pipe, so unfortunately, that is not going to be very useful either.
Alrighty, so right now is your favorite part, chat, of how many bridges we're getting in this seed. I'm not gonna gamble again because, yeah, my gambling senses are ticking and telling me that I'm not gonna be able to win the gamble, so, but I encourage you to gamble, yeah. But right now, TEEX receiving the bad news because, again, it's funny because TEEX has also a record of losing 50-50s, like to the forts, like this. So it kind of broke it. It's kind of, I want to say, like, ironic that in the first seed, how can I say this? That in the first seed, Stewie lost to a 50-50 gamble, and now TEEX is losing it to a 50-50 gamble. So it's poetic up to this point. Alrighty, So
I'm glad to see the salutes for the super tanks and get them out even more for the Navy.
all the World 8 forts like gathering here. Because we haven't seen the gatekeeper in this one as well, right?
I believe so. Oh, and TEEX gets TEEX gets the really bad news that he has to deal with this, which...
And he does not have a big... Oh, he has. He's not gonna clip. What sad. No, that's just bad overall. But yeah, let's see. Stewie played 2 forts, and there are another forts over there. Ooh, and there's a level guarding up. So maybe we're gonna use the cloud over there.
Oh yeah, that's true. Stewie still has a cloud. I forgot about that. Or no. Wait, no. I don't think they have a cloud anymore because they had one each, right?
Yeah, they still have it because they didn't use it. Hey, the dream is still alive. We haven't seen a log.
Did they get another cloud after using it in World 2?
Oh, never mind. Yeah, they used it in World 2. You're right. I forgot a piece of information.
And Stewie's in a hand level, so let's see what this hands out. Badoom-ching.
Yeah, the thing is that there's a possibility the 4 bridges are here.
That is a possibility. That's gonna be very interesting if that turns out to be the case.
Let's see. Oh, come on, Stewie, just making us, just teasing us.
That was a troll pipe right there.
Hand one in the hand one, like a position. What is this, Fred?
I disagree with that hitbox level. And TEEX is going into the airship, so he's going to be entering Dark World soon.
Oh, and the hands give you healing, so interesting items. Now Stewie. Oh no!
It is 2 bridges.
We got so teased right now by Stewie. Get him out of here. Like, I cannot. I did not consent to this type of teasing.
There's the gatekeeper. So this is going to be one example that we're going to see of the small friendly where you have to break since you have to break the bricks, they actually have the first one broken so that way Small Mario can get through. And yeah, it does count because I believe the reasoning it counts as 2 is because there is a chance that you could get the first bridge that goes into the back path, and then that other fort ends up being the one to open the other bridge. So that would still mean 2 bridges required. It's only -1 if the only bridge on that walk is going to be the one in the backtrack part.
Alrighty, so Stewie finishing out the gatekeeper. Let's see if it was actually the gatekeeper, like guarding up like the bridge. And it is the bridge, so...
Oh, well, I'll be. And, well, just like that, Stewie is pretty much ready to finish this, so... I'm actually kind of surprised. I really was expecting I was really expecting that last one at the back end to be the required fort here.
I was expecting more of one of these two actually doing the 2-0 to each other, but no, they have to be so kind with each other and, just call it even and, give a win-win to each other, which it's such a shame.
And Stewie gets the swag clip, so he gets to avoid the lasers and the fireballs, and barring anything catastrophic here, he's gonna... Oh! Commentator's curse really hit hard right there. Oh my goodness. So now he's gonna have to do this the slow way, which, thankfully, Bowser's hitbox is only his head. So this does mean that as long as Stewie doesn't stand in front of a poorly timed fireball, then he should still be okay here. But, oh my... I think that's the first commentator's curse for tonight. Like, the first active one.
Well, to be honest, I was expecting for this to happen because this is such a magnet for that impossible pattern, but it is what it is. At least he won. He won despite that.
Yep. Get the GGs out for Stewie. Finishing with an official race time of, let's see, it's 31:37.
Nicely done. But again, I was expecting that one of these two were going to be like 2-0 each like the other, but no. They had to be friends. They had to be saying like, you know what, we're gonna get it a tie. Like I'm 100% sure that they weren't thinking like that, but it ended up being like that. So yeah. No, TEEX is pretty much on his path, just to find, like the Bowser Alley, because he did not play the hand stages before. So yeah, this is gonna be like an interesting like world date for TEEX, while he's kinda to find for the for the pipe to the Bowser Alley. Let's see if we can bring Stewie to the commentary booth so we can ask some questions about like his decisions in the seats. You see that that piece bit strat that TEEX just did in the hand one? You would never imagine that the one that taught him that it was me. So he owes me that. So yeah, I'm expecting my royalties because of that learning, And okay, TEEX found his way to the Bowser Castle. Let's see if he's gonna get another impossible pattern. Hoping that that's the case. Oh, what a shot.
Nice clip.
Let's see. He didn't get the other clip like first try.
And it looks like, barring anything catastrophic, and yes, I might be calling this again, but barring anything happening, he should be in the clear for the fire kill here.
Of course he gets a good pattern, of course. Poor Stewie. That's not fair.
Alright everyone, so get your GGs out for TEEX88, who also managed to finish, and has an official race time of 34 minutes and 8 seconds.
Well, these racers surely put out a show that we were like kind of expecting it, going even way, which I'm not happy with that, but I mean, it is what it is.
And we have TEEX in the comm booth. GG.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, GG over there. like it is poetic what you just did right now, like alongside with Stewie. I hope that he jumps in like in the here he is.
GG, Stewie.
GG, Stu.
Okay, hear me out. So you guys, I know that you guys are friends, very like I want to say that you guys are kind of like besties and everything, but I mean, come on. You guys are not going.
We all know you wanted a 2-0 sweep.
Not only that, like I was expecting that from one of you, not necessarily from only one of you. But the thing is, the thing you did in the first seed was the reason that you won the second seed.
Wait, what happened? 'Cause I know my mistake I made in the World 3 map in Race 1.
Okay, you made the mistake of going to the wrong fort in Race 1. TEEX did the same thing, but in World 7. In the second seed.
Oh no.
And it actually was a really bad path because it was 7-5, 7-8, and Fort Knox back to back to back.
Yeah, I didn't see any of those.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that was the first pipe I checked, and it was what was right in front of me. So I'm like, oh god, what if this actually is the solution, and I'm just gonna play extra levels if I go to the other fortress trying to dive through pipes. So I was like, yeah, I at least know where to get back to the promised land if it ends up being the right one. So I'll just take it, and of course, hammers don't break locks either.
Well, what's funny is this seed, I was basically cruising until the World 2 fort, and then I got squished by the spikes because I went too fast.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then right there, in my mind, I'm like, yep, that's why I lose right there. I thought that was it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this was a pretty jet seed overall. I think I had like an 1845 coming out of the 6th world, and then
I was at 1854 out of World 6.
Oh wow, it was close then.
Yeah, you guys were actually really close, like pretty much the entire time. Like, the lead actually changed a couple of times in the second race.
Yeah, the first one was very like you created your own coffin like right from the start, Stewie.
Yeah, I knew right away that right when I found the wrong fort in race 1, I was like, yep. I guarantee he didn't make that mistake.
Yeah, that was the one thing over there, and the second thing and the thing in the second seed, it was that, I mean, you kept the lead for a good while because TEEX wanted to get some items, which I'm impressed because, you know, like he's all about the speed and he had to slow down for items. But in that case, he kind of, because of those like slowdowns of fighting bros and everything, he pretty much kept like I mean, he was still like on your heels pretty much until that unfortunate incident in 2F, and then after that, like the lead got traded back once that well, it was very fun to watch you in 7-6 and TEEX in 7-1, like struggling, you know, to get out of those.
I was tilting so hard in 7-6. I'm like, if I didn't lose in 2F, then I just lost in 7-6.
See, that's another fun little thing. It's the fact that you guys struggled so much with the 7-6 and 7-1 clips, but then you guys turned around and just
second try, I think.
And then you guys turned around and like just dominated the Bowser's Castle clips. And you both got the almost simultaneous wall clip in the, what was it, World 2 or World 3 airship?
Yeah, World 3 airship. You both got.
Oh, did we both get the wall jump?
Yeah.
You both got the wall jump, and Stewie actually got it as Big Mario too.
Yeah, you get more credit because of that. You won more like stock points because of that, of course.
Like, you guys definitely showed why you two were, you two are definitely showing why you guys are, like, the top level of our group right now.
I appreciate it.
By the way, TEEX, did they tell you what happened yet at the end of Bowser's Castle?
No, we both got in at the same time, roughly.
I got the blank U pattern.
Oh, no.
Blank you.
I mean, I can't say that word on SpeedGaming, so I'll let you fill in the blank.
I have to apologize because I actually had said literally as that was happening, as long as nothing catastrophic happens, and before I even got happens finished, that's when the jump happened that you lost your fire flower, and I was like, commentator's curse finally kicked in.
You cannot blame me on that one, you know. Like I was expecting for TEEX to get like that impossible pattern like in seed 1, you know, just to give you some time, but it didn't happen because sorry, Stu, you're the magnet for that pattern. So.
Well, when I got that pattern, I was panicking. I'm like, well, he's probably right on my heels now, and I would kind of like Bowser to speed things up a little bit.
So there's actually something we had wondered earlier. So in the second race, you, after dealing with the spike fort, you actually didn't check the pipe. Why did you skip the pipe on that one?
I didn't even think of it. I really didn't. I just kind of autopiloted.
Because that actually, I mean, granted, it didn't really make that much of a difference, but doing so actually cost you your hammer because it actually broke the lock that would have led you directly to
hammers didn't break locks.
Well, yeah, but what I mean is like the fort broke the lock that would have led you straight to the castle, but you used the hammer on the rock instead and had to go around.
Or is it?
I mean, it's just as a matter of just preserving the hammer, but Stewie already knew the answer of like the hammers didn't break locks. So
yeah, because I tried it and rolled 6 and it didn't work.
Yeah. It was fun to watch, but sadly you guys are too good, so my roasting was gone to the minimal. I mean, there were certain parts that I was, like just kind of like smirking here and there, because of the mistakes that you guys did. Like for example, used to be bunking in the 4F1 like fourth and not being able to do the P-Speed strat.
Oh
yeah. And TEEX taking damage like in places, or like or when he encounters 7-5 and I was like he encounters 7-5. But I mean, I had fun, just watching you guys, but you guys are just too good, and I needed more fun,
Yeah,
hey, look at the bright side. The best roasts are always done with low heat.
Fair enough. Yeah, when I saw 7-5, like I dipped out so I can grab the P-Wing and Star, so I'm at least glad I was able to get the clip in the first room, and then everything else went pretty smoothly. So it was much better than average Rando 7-5.
Not gonna lie, when we saw you take the hit in 7-5 to get out of it, I thought you were actually gonna backtrack to go for the other fort.
It probably would have done me a big favor too, but I don't think it would have been enough considering there was like a 3-minute gap towards the end.
Oh, TEEX, I'm guessing we made the same mistake and rolled 7 and rolled 1, where we skipped 1F and it would have been the right way.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually a really interesting placement with that lock for it, because it never would have occurred to me that would be able to do that, where it would block the shortcut, but still technically not be required.
So, I saw 1F, and I immediately nope out of it, because I'm like, alright, it can't be the answer, like the required one. So then I find 7F2, and logically I'm like, okay, this has to be the answer. And then when I see that lock still there, I'm like, what?
Yeah, you both got that surprise. Don't worry. my thought, or better, so like the thing that impressed me the most was like just go back to 1F, play that, and then just leave. But no, you guys were so stubborn trying to get like the pipe to the other side.
I think I already taken enough pipe transitions to get to the promised land where if I tried to backtrack at that point, then I would just get lost.
Same. I did not want to risk getting lost, so I was like, you know what, just keep going.
I'm actually curious now what the 1F item was going to be. So someone needs to go into that and go check that out for science.
Dust.
Again, we're talking to you. Go and check. Good job. Do it for yesterday, please. But yeah, you guys did. I mean, like I said, I was hoping that like either one of you were going to do like the 2-0 thing, but you guys are so good friends that just got it even. Like, yeah, as poetic as that is.
So splitting 1-1. That means that Stewie is now 7-1 and TEEX is currently 6-2. So if everything is correct and Dust Minion is pointing out, if Diesel's calculations are accurate, Stewie should have the #1 seed for brackets now.
That's no pressure at all.
No pressure, yeah, no pressure. If this is still like kinda we can still get like another show of you versus Macobra, that's gonna be amazing as well.
I mean, there's definitely some people that I'm scared to play, or like in the brackets, just because
you already won against TEEX. Like, you cannot be that scared.
I mean, I don't know. There's still plenty of matches that can go either way. And like going into this one, I didn't expect a sweep on either end. Like I expected a split.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, there have been plenty of instances where Stewie has gotten me in a couple of casual friendly races, and yeah, we just went 1-1 when we were doing 2 practice races before this started a few hours ago. So I was expecting a pretty consistent result, and yeah, turns out that's what it was. So yeah, GG Stu, I had a lot of fun tonight.
I mean, a perfect 8-0 would have been nice, but oh well. I did not expect it.
It is what it is, I guess. So I hope that you guys, I wish you the best of luck as well, like on the rest of your matches. Thank you for for allowing me to do like my intention of roasting you ended up being like in something that I like. You guys did not let me roast you, so I'm virtually smacking your heads, both of you. But but okay, I had a fun time commentating this, and thank you, Demon Butler, for joining me in this one. And we're just kind of waiting on tomorrow's result in between True Hyper Mario and Craig, for the brackets announcement. So there's still more around the tourney left, because now we're gonna be like starting our bracket stage. So yeah, any final thoughts you have, Demon Butler, before we wrap this up?
Well, I'm gonna have a fun time watching this back. That's for sure.
Yeah, likewise. And thank you so much again, Icarus and Demon Battler, for doing comps tonight. Greatly appreciated, and I look forward to watching it back.
So, with that being all said, we only have 1 race left to deal with tomorrow before the brackets, and I don't know. I mean, I guess before we sign off, is there any last thoughts you guys have on the seed or on the races?
Just kind of curious what that item was in 1F.
Just medium, like keep up, like the people are waiting here. Oh my god.
Yep. But definitely, everyone, make sure to give our runners a follow. These two are some of the best Mario 3 runners in general, and definitely worth checking out, definitely worth watching when you have free time. And I definitely say give a follow to my fellow commentator, Icarus. She is definitely an entertaining person as well to watch, so definitely keep that in mind. And of course, shout outs to everyone in the community, in SpeedGaming, like Diesel Pilot, Dust Minion, and Feasel, and whoever else. Like without these guys, our tournaments would be a lot less interesting because we could race them, but we wouldn't have the restream to let everyone see what's going on. So definitely big shout outs to all of them.
Alrighty, with that being said, stay safe, guys, and see you guys tomorrow after by watching like the True Hyper and Craig, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Have a good one, everyone.